the injury?
Just basically, obviously, took a stick high up in the head and neck area, and he's being evaluated at the hospital right now. And obviously, they'll probably do a scan and just make sure. But I just talking to our trainers, without any knowledge of any report coming back, I think he'll probably be fine. But it's precautionary, and hopefully they don't find anything.
Do you expect that we can kind of like take a look at that play, or?
No, I didn't even look. I just I don't think it was intended, but he does have a history, so I'm sure they'll look at it. The league looks at everything.
It seems like you guys keep doing a lot of the things you need to do out there and keep coming up short. Have more shots than they did again.
Yeah, I mean, it's real frustrating. It seems like there's a lot of doom and gloom. I thought we had an outstanding first period. I mean, we generated a lot of chances. They virtually didn't have anything going on. Second period, we got a little bit sloppy. We took a couple of mental error type of penalties. Peck's touching the puck, behind the net, things like that. But we got through it, and it was more of an even period, if you would say. In the third period, we only shot them 11-5. They virtually didn't have any chances. They had, I think, 2 chances, and they scored on one of them. So defensively, we're doing a lot of good things. We're going to be hard to play against. It's frustrating right now is that, we had the lead and that they get their goal, on a broken stick. Our forward comes down when she's supposed to do, give it to the defenseman, and the play got extended, and then it sort of broke down, and then they had people jumping in, and they're able to get a puck. And if you look at it real closely, the guy that jumps in, Pex makes a save. It comes out, I think, to Callahan. He shoots it, and it goes off JP's foot and in the net. Well, there's not a whole lot you can do other than block the shot. So it's very unfortunate that we had the lead, but and we gave it up. And these things are coming a little harder. We had lots of chances. And Lundqvist was very good. And if we get the second puck and make it 2-0, I'm pretty sure that we're sitting here talking about how great we played. And we did play a real solid game, and it's real frustrating for the guys because they wanted the 2 points, and they felt that they should have had 2 points, and should have had 2 points against St. Louis. It was a very similar type of game, and should have had 2 points tonight based on the way we played. So I'm not disappointed in our effort. I'm disappointed in the end result, and we've gotten beaten in a shootout, which is a little bit more of the skills competition. And our guys played hard, and I'm not anybody who says we didn't. I absolutely let's go to war, because our guys are putting out a real hard effort, and it's just not coming real easy. But at the same time, we got a point, and you take the points every time you can get them, because there's no easy teams. They're a good team. I think we're a good team. But there's stretches where it's just harder. We're not scoring a lot of goals, but I think we're pretty good defensively.
You like Jordan getting the better of Avery there anytime you can do that?
Sean has never done anything to me, so I don't have any history with Sean. But Toots and Sean probably have a little history, and those are 2 feisty type players going at it, and one way or the other, you're not, the next, you knew there was going to be another one right after that. So it's just 2 competitive guys that are both very tough and play with a little bit of edge, and they went at it, and it was I just didn't want to be in the middle of that one.
Jordan, that's 2 good fights in a row for him. He's had problems with the hands from time to time over the years. I mean, he kind of in a position to energize you a little more that way this year than he has been. Well,
I think he's got more balance to his game. He's not just a energy, hit everything and just fight type of player. He's added a little more structure, a little more responsibility to his game. He's getting things done offensively a little bit better. So he's having a lot more rounded game, and he can have impact. He can change the game with a good hit. You get into a fight type of thing. Those are things that he can establish impact in games. When he doesn't have any impact in the games, when it's real quiet, then that's when he's not really effective.
Are guys starting to grip their sticks a little bit tighter just with all?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody from the coaching staff, we want to win games, and talking about how we can make the power play better, how we can try to create some offense, how we can do that. From management, from fans, from media, everything. So yeah, the guys are gripping them a little bit, and I'm not going to take them off the hook. They're pro athletes, but it's just like anything. It's when it's like when it's coming hard. You just have to be mentally strong, and you don't want to get consumed with it, because if you get consumed with it and everybody's telling you can't do it, or you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't, because you start believing that. But I can tell you this, we're playing, you take, other than maybe the Minnesota game, we've been pretty good defensively. We've been, doing a real good job. Pex has been real strong. We've been hard to play against. We've had a lot of guys that haven't put up numbers, and we're finding ways to get points. And the penalty kill has been really good in keeping us where we want to be. Our face-offs are getting better. There's a lot of good things happening with our team, but this is a game of wins and losses sometimes. And the shootouts are great. They're great for the fans, but we feel like we lost the game. We didn't lose the game. We lost in a little bit of a skills competition, and that's what happens sometimes. But we want a final outcome, and that's what the league offers. And last year we were tremendous in them. We've got probably 10 extra points. This year we're getting points. We're not getting those extra ones as much to this point. But as I said to the guys, we only have get your heads up, played hard. We did a lot of things responsibly, and we got 60 games to play. There's a lot of hockey, and a lot of things can happen from now to the end of the year. But this has been a hard month. We've been on the road a lot. Even the home games don't feel like home games yet. And so no excuses. We're going to battle through. This team has a lot of character in the backbone, and I'm not worried that we can't compete, or we don't have enough of a good team. We've got a good team, and we got guys that are coming back from injuries that haven't found their game yet. We've got guys who've had to extend themselves and play higher roles, and that's what we have to do when you get some good people out.
Spaulding give you all he had was penalty killing in him tonight?
Well, I didn't know how many penalty kills we were going to have today, and I don't know if people know. Most of the media know we got a lot of flu bug going through the training staff and coaching staff. Brent Peterson wasn't on the bench today, and our trainers have been missing time behind the bench as well, because there's flu bug going around. And Nick Spaulding we sent home this morning. Kevin Klein didn't make the trip the other day, so I didn't know how much energy he would have, and so I tried to save him a little bit. And he did a real good job on the penalty kill, and I just didn't know how much energy he would have, and I didn't know how much Kevin would have, but they both played pretty well. But I was trying to conserve it a bit.
Colin playing a little more assertive out there now.
Yeah, I like his game. I mean, I give him more and more ice time because he deserved it. He was working off the puck. He was using that big, heavy body. That he's a sturdy guy that can protect pucks. He can make plays rolling out of the corner. He's got great escapability. He's got that heavy shot, and so I thought he had a lot of jump in his legs, and that's how you want him to play. The biggest thing for Colin, can he follow it up with another performance and another one, so he can get some traction, and that's the key to a young player is not saying, hey, I had a good game and the coach is happy, so he's not going to be on my can anymore. It's following up with another effort and getting the coach's trust and his teammates' trust and all that. I think he was real strong today.
You mentioned last week that it was difficult when it's something different in each of the games you've had trouble in. How do you coach through that?
Well, you've got to stay positive. You got to look at the game. I mean, one of the things that you look back at some of the events and even the last 2 weeks. I mean, there was a lot of talk that when we lost the game in Toronto that we took that our power play could get us back in the game or could have won the game for us. Well, it had nothing to do with it. It was all about taking bad penalties, and then you go on and you have to dissect each game and say, what did we do well and what did we do not well. A lot of times you forget what happened in the first, second, third period. You just remember the outcome, and there's every game has its own sort of storyline, and sometimes you have happy innings and sometimes you have disappointing innings, and sometimes they're in between. And this one's a little bit disappointing because of the fact that I thought we played real solid. Just as a St. Louis game, you go in after the game, we said we did a lot of good things. Everybody's mad and unhappy that we lost, which is a great sign. But at the same time, I'm not going to browbeat anybody for giving me a complete effort and playing a real solid game. I can't do that. I can browbeat them when we don't play well, like we did in Minnesota. So we're a pretty solid team.